Eighth graders, you may have a seat. Let's give our eighth graders a round of applause. Before we start, I'd like to thank all of the families and friends that have made it here to the 2018 Old Town Academy's 8th grade promotion ceremony. Our students would not have been so incredible without your constant love and support. As many of you already know, my name is Gabriel Solis, and I am one of the 8th grade teachers here at OTA. On behalf of my friends and colleagues behind me, we'd like to welcome you and hope that you enjoy this very special night as we celebrate another milestone in these 8th graders' lives. They've worked hard all year, and in just a few moments, these 8th graders will be high school freshmen attending 12 different high schools across San Diego County. I'd like to first welcome up to the podium our dedicated and beloved principal who will be kicking off the night with our opening speech. Please join me in welcoming our principal, Mr. John Centofanti.
Good evening. My name is John Centofanti, and I'm the principal of Old Town Academy. I'm very proud of the achievements of all of the students in this 8th grade graduating class of 2018. As we have witnessed in many different arenas, these are not only leaders of tomorrow, they are the leaders of today. They're not only the future, they are the present. We have evolved from asking, what will you be when you grow up, to what will you be today? They are the change right now. I believe they are growing up in more ways than other generations before them. They are more technologically skilled, more passionate, more cognizant of injustice and inequalities than ever before. In promoting from 8th grade at OTA, these students have a solid foundation to build upon and cultivate in high school and beyond. I have no doubt that these students will be successful in whatever path they choose. Good luck, and be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you. I'd like to now introduce 8th grade student Carissa Keith, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Carissa Keith, and it is an honor to have the opportunity to deliver my speech tonight. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to thank all of the teachers, faculty, parents, family members, and friends who have made our journey here at Old Town Academy possible. We couldn't have done it without you. I have been attending Old Town Academy since it opened in 2011, when our class was in 2nd grade. A lot has changed since then. We are now a couple feet taller, and some of our voices have even gotten deeper. Yet, it doesn't matter whether you have been here since the very beginning or if this year was your first. The strong bond that our class has is truly unbreakable, and I think that is due to all the quality time we have had with one another. OTA is a gem, in a sense that there are a few amazing schools like it. Before I continue talking about my great experiences here at OTA, I would like to thank its founders, Mr. and Mrs. Salentino. The Salentinos founded this school with the hope that they could create a well-rounded education with an emphasis on teaching students strong core values. And I think that we can all see that this dream far exceeded expectations. If it wasn't for the Salentino family, I wouldn't be standing here today, and we wouldn't be able to say that we graduated from one of the best charter schools in California. Old Town Academy definitely wouldn't be the same without the fantastic teachers and faculty. It is obvious that OTA's teachers care about their students. And I don't think that there is a teacher here who doesn't go above and beyond to ensure the success of each and every student. I have so many fond memories of my years here at OTA, and I'm sure the rest of us can say the same. It's hard to believe that 7 years ago, we were building forts and racing mealworms. And now, here we are dissecting pigs and solving quadratic equations. As a class, we have been through so much, and I believe that is why we are so close. We have seen each other overcome life's obstacles and are always there to cheer each other on. But just like every other class, we have had our struggles, our cliques, but in the end, I feel like it has made our family stronger. And yes, I like to refer to this class as a family, because quite honestly, we are. As a class, we spend more time As a class, we spend more time together than some of us do with our own families. I personally don't have any siblings at home, but these guys are like my siblings, all 27 of them. We love to tease and compete with one another and are always cracking jokes. This year, specifically, has been filled with watching Frankie get roasted by the teachers, hearing unnecessary fart noises during tests, helping each other rush to get a project done after realizing that it's due in our next class, playing basketball, football, and soccer together, listening to Christina's random comments, watching Ben be a tryhard, and all cramming, or I guess you can call it cuddling, together in the hammocks at our campground in Yosemite. One thing that is special about our class is that we don't just hang out at school. There are many times that we have gotten together outside of school, whether it be at the movies, the mall, the beach, or at birthday parties. I remember when some of us thought it would be fun to go ice skating as a class over Christmas break. I wish I would have known that our class doesn't ice skate, because we spent $15 on skates and literally spent 5 minutes on the ice before everyone was done. Instead, we spent the rest of the afternoon playing games at the park. I've gotten so much out of my time here at OTA. I've not only learned academically, but how to manage my time, to be confident, to overcome my fears, and much, much more. As a class, we have had amazing opportunities to extend our learning outside of the classroom. In our middle school years, we were able to go on larger field trips. In 6th grade, we went to Catalina Island. I will never forget that rough boat ride there and how we all found courage to go night snorkeling. In 7th grade, we made it through 100-degree heat in Joshua Tree National Park. We went through caves, scrambled on large boulders, and tried everything we could to de-stink the bathrooms. Just a few weeks ago, we went to Yosemite National Park. We went swimming in Bass Lake, rafted on the Merced, hiked one of the most strenuous trails, and totally beat the teachers in every game we played. These experiences, and let me point out that there are few public schools that offer these, have allowed our class to grow and bond together in a new environment. We have faced some true challenges together, but there is no quitting in this class. We all persevere together and work together to overcome the task at hand. I am thankful that I have had the opportunity to attend this school. I don't think that I could feel better prepared for high school and beyond. These have been some of the greatest years of my life, and I look forward to seeing where this class will go. I know that we will all rock high school and are ready for anything because of the education and experiences we have gained from Old Town Academy. Thank you.
Awesome job, Chris. Though the teachers did win all the games in your set. Up next, I'd like to invite, for our next student speech, please welcome Will Tobias.
Good evening, and welcome parents, staff, friends, and class of 2018. I would like to begin by thanking all of you for coming to support my classmates and I at the Old Town Academy 2018 8th grade graduation. The past 7 years of my life have been spent with the students on this stage, and they have helped me to become the person I am today. I have to admit that I was not thrilled when my parents first told me that I'd be leaving my neighborhood school and coming to OTA. I was nervous and a little bit scared, but my mom knew Mr. Salentino, and she said that one way or another, he would make OTA a great school. I decided to trust her, although I was 7 and didn't really have a choice. On my first day in 2nd grade, I met the people who would become my second family. We have made so many memories together that I know will always stay with me. I remember on the 2nd day of 2nd grade walking up to Tyler's mom saying, "Hi Tyler's mom, can Tyler and I have a sleepover?" She said yes, and that sleepover became the first of many. Tyler's been one of my best friends for 7 years now. I also remember that first week at OTA, excitedly telling my mom that Parker chose me to be his helper. Tyler and I helping Parker run his first lap of the very first OTA jog round is a solid memory of mine. Of course, he no longer needs our help, but our friendship is lasting. But friendships are just part of the memories that I will take away from OTA. I will also remember our shared experiences and how we have grown together and have matured as students and young intellectuals. For example, I don't think that I'll ever forget the time in 5th grade science class when we were learning about how much sugar is in soda. We were tasked with boiling soda on the stove and seeing what was left over when the liquid had evaporated. Unfortunately, I had not yet mastered stove use and set off the fire alarm. The building had to be evacuated, and we all got to end school a bit early that day. But now I can make macaroni and cheese all by myself, and I have OTA to thank for that. While no school is perfect, OTA comes close. I've watched it become the school that people line up to get into. This is because of the unique experiences that OTA gives us that we cannot get elsewhere. We get instruction in music, art, robotics, and so much more. And who can forget that we experienced on our middle school field trips? In 6th grade, we awoke to breathtaking sunrises in Catalina. In 7th grade, we climbed the beautiful mountains of Joshua Tree. And in 8th grade, we got to see Mr. Solis flexing on us in Yosemite. Simply unforgettable. Another unique thing about OTA are the bonds that we make, not just with classmates, but with teachers and the staff as well. Our school is small, and as a result, we know all of the adults on campus and they know us. This is a pretty special thing that I don't think happens at most schools. From the teachers to the ladies in the front office, to Miss Shelley, and the countless parent volunteers that we see on a daily basis. While there are instructors and administrators, there are also our friends. I don't think students at a lot of other schools can say that. Mr. C is also pretty special too. How many principals play basketball, dance, and even do cartwheels with their students? I would guess not many. The teachers at this school have done so much for my classmates and I in preparing us for high school and beyond, and I can't thank them enough. I would also like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Salentino for starting this school and providing all of these opportunities for us. This is the end of an era. It's time for us to say goodbye to our teachers, our school, and each other as we begin the next chapter in all of our lives, high school. High school is going to give us the chance to redefine ourselves once more, assuming that we survive our freshman year. As my brother and his friends will be seniors where I'm going, I don't like my odds. But OTA has taught me to think and adapt to situations, so I just might make it. Although we are all going our separate ways next year, we will forever remember the friendships we formed, the chances we've taken, and the memories we've made within our school walls. Now it's time for us to take on the world and show them what we're made of. Thank you, OTA, for giving us the tools to accomplish anything. I love you guys, and I'll remember you all forever. Thank you.
So one more round of applause for our student speakers. Up next, to present the Point Loma Kiwanis Club Hope of America Award, please welcome to the stage Kathy Coleman.
Congratulations, you guys. So proud of you. So my name is Kathy Coleman, and I'm a member of the Point Loma Kiwanis Club. For those who aren't familiar with Kiwanis, it's a long-standing organization that raises funds for scholarships. We aid families in need and contribute to the community. And each year, our Point Loma Kiwanis Club honors graduating middle school students with the Hope of America Award. This award is one that recognizes and encourages students who possess outstanding leadership ability, ethical and moral character, achievement in academic studies, and show promise of future success and service to the community. They have demonstrated leadership, dedication, perseverance, loyalty, and citizenship consistent with the high ideals of Kiwanis. It is with great pride that we present the 2018 Point Loma Kiwanis Hope of America Award to the following two Old Town Academy students. Evan Kane. And Carissa Keith.
Congratulations, girls.
Up next, please welcome Turner Watts to the stage, who will be presenting a special scholarship award.
Thank you. A 4-year endowment has been given to OTA to present a scholarship that will provide $250 to a graduating OTA student who is enrolling in a private high school the following school year. The scholarship is dedicated to Christina Salentino by her family. The recipient of this year's scholarship has demonstrated academic excellence and leadership among her peers throughout her time here at OTA. This student exemplifies OTA's core values. I'm excited to announce Carissa Keith as the 2008 class.
Congratulations, Carissa, once again. Per tradition, we will next be handing out our Excellence Awards. These awards are given to students who have gone above and beyond and have excelled in specific classes. These awards are not solely given to students based on academic achievement, but also to students who display a superior level of dedication to the subject matter. Our first award, the Excellence in Math Award, goes to a student that from day one has shown a love and devotion to mathematics that far surpasses his or her peers. I remember in the 6th grade, this student would be quick to respectfully correct any mistakes his peers or I would make. Fast forward a few years and the student still continued doing just that. In my now 6 years of teaching math, I have never encountered a student who works harder in math class than this student, and I mean that. This student regularly self-teaches himself topics that include trigonometry and calculus, and I remember one class on his spare time he attempted and succeeded at understanding why the formula of an eclipse works. On his math scores, this student has scored in the 99th percentile 6 straight times, and he has earned an A+ each quarter this year in math. Not an easy feat, if I may add. As I mentioned before, it is not all about achievement. It is about the relentless pursuit, and this student has learned how important it is to possess both of these traits. This student has recognized that to be great, you must work for it daily and keep striving. I'm proud to give our first academic award, the Excellence in Math Award, to Mr. Ben Folk. Up next to present our Excellence in the English Language Arts Award, please welcome to the podium Mr. Turner Watts.
Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's Excellence in English Language Arts Award. This award is presented annually to a student who demonstrated exceptional academic performance in the areas of writing, reading, and speaking. English is unique to other disciplines in the respect that is applicable to all subjects. A science lab report, a math word problem, or a history research project all demand excellence in reading and writing. It's not always glamorous, but as I'm sure everyone in this room can attest to, it's incredibly important. I believe students set themselves apart through dedication to the unnoticed. It's little things such as giving an essay one final revision, having an eye for choosing the right word, or reading a passage a second and sometimes a third time to gain understanding and meaning. This year's recipient has set themselves apart by doing those little things that make a difference. This student has shown tremendous leadership and growth throughout their middle school years here at OTA. This year's Excellence in English Language Arts Award goes to Mr. Will Tobias.
Up next to present our Excellence in History Award, please welcome to the podium Miss Jennifer Church.
All right, this year's Social Studies Award goes to someone who is always eager to learn. For the past 3 years, she has entered my classroom with a smile and is always ready to participate. She not only does what is expected, but goes beyond the requirements. The student is able to connect the past to the present, analyze different perspectives, think critically, problem solve, and collaborate. She thinks of others and helps her classmates when they might be struggling. This year, her character shined through by becoming an expert on the topic of women's suffrage. She and 2 other classmates participated for the first time in National History Day against some people that have been competing since 4th grade. Her determination, along with her fellow classmates, earned them a spot at the state competition. It's been a joy to see this student grow throughout her years at OTA, and I am honored to give this year's award to Evan King. Up next to present our Excellence in STEM Award, please welcome to the podium Ms. Taylor Schlick.
This student entered into OTA and immediately fit in. Their concern to help others has always been apparent, and they push themselves to try things that they may not be comfortable with. While these aren't generally qualities that one strives for in science, they do mean a lot to me. So beyond the normal qualities and characteristics of being a critical thinker, being very observant, and a logic follower, the student has always shared their love for learning about science. It's been contagious, and they're very excited to share what they learn. While their initial love might have been inherited, the student has definitely made science their own. They strive to make their work as accurate as possible and add meaningful insight to discussions. The students' passion about science is so strong that they even came to me to make sure that my teaching would be as productive as possible before they enter high school. The student never ceases to amaze me with their ability to push through personal struggles and not let them define who they are. I can only hope that they continue to follow their passion in science and to continue to expand their knowledge. This year's Excellent in STEM Award goes to Miss Lena Jones.
Up next to present both our Inspirational Award and the Osprey Award winner, an award that is given to the student who best embodies OTA's core values of being virtuous, safe, responsible, and respectful. Please welcome back to the podium our Principal, John Santovich.
It is with much pride and admiration that I recognize a student with our OTA Inspiration Award. This student is an accomplished athlete, has a 3.62 GPA, and participates in countless community service activities. This student has enthusiastically participated in almost every OTA event in his 6 years here. In fact, his active participation in running and raising money for our annual jogathon has raised over $35,000 by him alone in his time at OTA. This student epitomizes perseverance and determination and always gets back up when he falls down. And I mean that both figuratively and literally. It is my honor to present the Inspiration Award to Parker Coleman. The Osprey Award is given to a student who embodies the beliefs and values of OTA. This year's recipient excels at all of our guiding principles, participates in OTA activity, maintains a high GPA, and is a model citizen. His unparalleled empathy, respect, and concern for others is evident in all he does. This student is well loved and admired by his peers, teachers, and myself, and has a quiet but contagious sense of humor. I value his self-confidence, compassion, and love. He has a beautiful soul, and I have no doubt that he will continue to impact everyone he meets in a positive and loving way. It is with great pride that I present this year's Osprey Award to Gavin Freitas.
Let's give one more round of applause to all our award recipients. And now begins our diploma ceremony. I will call each student up individually. Students, please remember to turn your tassels from right side to the left and after you receive your diploma. And also, remember to pause in the middle as we practice so that families can take pictures. Don't forget. Attending Coronado High School. Just kidding. Attending Coronado High School, Nayeli Bautista. Remember to stop in the middle and take the picture. Attending Set High School, Monique Belshaw. Just go together. Okay. Attending Point Loma High School, Max Gomez. Attending Francis Parker High School, Evan Kane. Attending the Academy of Our Lady of Peace, Christina Celestino. Attending Point Loma High School, Madeline Coleman. Attending Helix Charter High School, Jacobo del Rio. Attending Point Loma High School, Frankie Donovan Reese. Attending Saints High School, Liam Figueroa. Attending Francis Parker High School, Ben Foltz. Attending High Tech High School, Gavin Freitas. Attending High Tech High School, Tyler Fouchon. Also attending High Tech High School, Porter Holford. Attending Cathedral Catholic High School, Emily Inouye. Attending Set High School, Lena Jones. Attending the Academy of Our Lady of Peace, Carissa Keith. Attending Kearney High School, Angelina Morataya. Attending Mission Bay High School, Parker Olenek. Attending Francis Parker High School, Jack Purdock. Attending Coronado High School, Adrian Rodriguez. Attending Set High School, Angelo Romero. Attending Point Loma High School, Tatum Schinkel. Attending Point Loma High School, Samantha Stacy. Attending Coronado High School, Elena Sonia. Attending St. Augustine High School, Jackson Stewart. Attending Sarah High School, Matthew Tan. Attending St. Augustine High School, William Tobias. Let's give our 8th graders another round of applause. To close, I'd like to take the time to say a few words to the graduating class. Please listen closely. I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do, or any kindness I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Etienne de Grelette. 8th graders, middle school has come to a close for you all, and you will not pass this way again. But as you move on to high school, I urge you each to heed the words I'm about to speak to you tonight. There's an unfortunate epidemic in our nation, a heart epidemic. I want to read some statistics to you all so that you can begin to understand this heart epidemic I am referring to. Suicide rates are up 30% over the past decade, and it is now the second leading cause of death for young Americans between the ages of 10 and 35, and the numbers are disproportionately larger among young women. 1 in 6 Americans are on some sort of depression medication, with this ratio expected to climb steadily. The drug use in America is worse than it's ever been. The annual number of deaths by drug overdose has more than tripled in the last 2 decades. These, ladies and gentlemen, are staggering statistics. It's a problem that needs to be addressed head on. How do we fix this heart epidemic? Where do we even begin? I always learn a lot about general life lessons and myself while I'm hiking. A few years ago, my wife and I took a trip to Joshua Tree National Park with a group of friends. We decided as a group to climb Ryan Mountain due to the incredible views the AF All Trails promised we would see. Thank you, All Trails. On the way up, I remember feeling so excited and so ready to get to the top of that mountain. I had one goal: get to the top. Nothing was going to stop me from getting to the top first, and I was going to beat everyone up so that I could go see the incredible view first. I was a man on a mission. About halfway into the trip, my wife looks to her right and notices a beautiful bed of freshly bloomed flowers. I, of course, did not notice these flowers. "Hey, babe," I heard from behind me. "Do you want to take a picture by these flowers?" I looked back, and my first reaction was to blurt out, no. Well, why would I want to do that? However, I paused. I looked at her, and by the look in her eyes, I could sense that she wanted this to be a special picture for us. How could I just tell that she really wanted to have this be a really special picture taken of us? Again, I paused. So, what did I do? Did I actually take the picture? Of course not. I'm joking. That would not have ended well. I went over and took a picture with her, and looking back on that moment, I learned something very important. I learned that before learning how to run, I must first learn how to walk. Why rush to the top of the mountain? No one was going to be there to enjoy it with me anyway. With my mind set on finishing the hike and nothing else, was I missing out on interacting with my wife and friends and thus creating special memories between us? Was I missing something by not appreciating the people and the nature around me? Am I missing something in life when I choose to never pause to reflect and analyze the only life I'm given? These questions arose later that day during my quiet time. The answer to these questions I have come to realize are quite obvious. During the hike, I was missing out on so much, and in my time alone, I came to realize that I needed to translate this lesson to my everyday life. I needed to slow down. We all need to slow down. So 8th grade, are you missing out on really living your life? Are you pausing to take a look? Our minds are more powerful than you and I understand. What we feed it on a daily basis comes to define who we are. As I mentioned, the crisis we are facing with this mental health epidemic is growing. It is time we pause and think for a minute so that we can understand what is going on inside of each of us. Since that hike at Joshua Tree, I find myself running into the wild to rest my often weary soul. Now, though, I walk a little slower. I pause a little more often, and I appreciate what is around me a little more. 8th grade, I too am still learning to walk, even at my age. We all are. You have but just one life, 8th graders. Take a step back and take a look. Do you like what you see? What do you love to do? Did you treat someone poorly today? How can you do better next time? Take a long look, 8th graders. See your reflection and take a look inside. Are you at peace with what you see? Many of us never even get here to this first step of pausing and taking a look as we let life pass by without ever stopping to realize what we're missing. Maybe it's because we're afraid of what we'd see, or maybe we have just been trained to work ourselves to the bone. I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do or any kindness I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall pass this way again. 9th graders, time is passing. My hope and prayer for each of you is that you listen to my words and find time to pause and reflect in your daily lives. Come up with a way in which you are renewing your mind daily, whether it's through prayer, reading, hiking, or even just walking. We need purposeful time alone without distractions. Can you see it now in front of you? Can you imagine what that would look like for yourself? I'm hoping and praying you do. Maybe you each need some research, some encouragement. 9th grade, you are all incredibly gifted, each and every one of you. I have come to know you all quite well over the past 2.5 years. Nayeli, you are special and very intelligent. It's time to really own it. Monique, you have a big heart. Don't let anyone take that from you. Max, there will be peer pressure. You're smart enough and strong enough to rise above it. Evie, your personality is amazing and diverse. Don't be afraid to show all sides of it. Christina, you are gifted beyond words. Use this for the good of others. Maddie, continue owning your awesome personality. Bring your heart with it. Jacobo, don't be afraid to open up. You've got a lot of gifts to offer this world. Frankie, you are so intelligent, my friend. Don't let it go to waste. Liam, you too are incredibly gifted. Maximize your gifts daily. Ben, use your many gifts I mentioned before to inspire people. Gavin, stand firm in your gifts Mr. C mentioned earlier. They are very special. Tyler, you've come a long way. Continue growing, my friend. Porter, we talked a lot at Yosemite. I hope you can hold on to what we talked about. Emily, you will impact a lot of people in life. You are in the process of being strengthened. You are such a beautiful person. Lena, it's hard to put into words how highly I think of you. You are awesome and you will overcome. Carissa, your kind and pure heart are to be admired. Never lose that. Angie, you are very special. Take time to reflect and realize that this is, in fact, true. Parker, you have such a big heart. Everything about you is a gift. Be courageous. Jack, thanks for showing your hilarious personality. Be courageous in showing the world the diversity of your many gifts. Adrian, you've grown a lot, my friend. Keep striving for more. You too have so much to offer the world. Angelo, you have leader written all over you. Can't wait to hear how this comes into fruition in the future. Tatum, your pure heart and excitement about everything in life is refreshing. The world needs more people like you. Sammy, you are loved and you are special. Take some time for yourself and let that sink in. Elena, you are good to people. The world will pressure you not to be. Rise above that. Jackson, I think highly of you, my friend. You will accomplish great things with your great work ethic. Matthew, you too are intelligent. Don't let it go to waste. You can also sing well. Don't let that go to waste. Will, you've got a huge heart, and you have so many awesome gifts to show the world. Would I have been able to speak these truths into your lives without taking the time to reflect about each of you? Ninth graders, are you noticing the strength in your friends and family members? If not, you need to forgive them. I love you, ninth graders. Now, go out into the world confidently, renewing your minds and spirits daily. If it gets difficult, you're doing it right. Just keep going. If it becomes sometimes unbearable, you're doing it right. Because ninth graders, you're not alone in this. I will leave you with this. After you throw a large rock into the water, all you see are the ripples. After you sit patiently for a little while and allow the chaos to settle down, your reflection will appear, and you will come to see that all along you were never alone. We shall pass this way but once. Any good that we can do, or any kindness we can show to any human being, let us do it now. Let us not defer nor neglect it, for we shall not pass this way again. We are in this together. Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome Christina Santino and Elena Stonehouse up to the stage for our class special message.
Teachers, classmates, family, and friends. Today, we are together. Some of us after 7 years here at OTA, some of us after only 1. We have all grown close together and have become friends. Not friends as much as lifelong allies, or some would even say family. Yet soon, too soon, we will all be heading our separate ways. In a few months, our whole class will be splitting up, attending 12 different high schools spread all around San Diego. To work and become close with all of the kids in our class, and even our teachers. But now, it is time for all of us to say goodbye to one another. The people we have spent a great portion of our life with, the people who have formed us into who we are today, and the people who some of us haven't been away from for more than 3 months in the past 7 years. Without every single one of you, I wouldn't be me. And having to say goodbye to all of you is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. But I want you guys to remember that even though the memories that we make with one another from now on may be limited due to all of our jam-packed high school schedules, the bonds and memories we have shared with one another over the course of our experiences at OTA will never be forgotten. High school is going to be an amazing experience for each and every one of us. Maybe even as great of an experience as we've been lucky enough to have at OTA. But along with the new beginning and amazing experiences high school is going to be giving to all of us, it's going to be quite challenging as well. And when those challenges come along, you're most likely going to need someone to lean on, your family. Family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the people that want what's best for you at all times, the people who would do anything just to see you smile, and most importantly, the people who love you no matter what. I love you guys endlessly, and I want you to know that no matter what life throws at you, you always have us to lean on. No matter how busy or far away we are from each other, we always have each other's backs, because that's what family does. So remember that sometimes in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
Before we close, I'd like to welcome Kevin Olenek up to the stage to share a special gift on behalf of the 8th grade class.
Hi everyone, Chris and Bridget, would you guys mind joining us on stage, please? Chris? How about we So, I'm one of the originals. I consider myself an original because when we first started the school, Chris got the parents together and said, hey, who wants to volunteer? And so some of us put our hands up. He said, okay, great, let's meet down at the coffee shop. Monica, I think you were there, right? Except Chris wasn't serving coffee, he was serving Kool-Aid. And we all drank the Kool-Aid, didn't we? Here we are. And to quote one of my favorite lyricists during Garcia, what a long, strange trip it's been. I was thinking of some other analogies. It's kind of like your favorite car, too, right? You get the car, it's brand new, you're doing all this fun with it, and then the novelty kind of wears off, and next thing you know, you're like 8 years into the thing, it's got 120,000 miles on it, you're ready to go. So here we are, we have 8 years on the thing, 120,000 miles, I'm ready to go. But in listening to what these kids said tonight, which was amazing, guys, well done, all of you. I didn't hear anyone mention how much fun they had with their math homework, or how much fun it was. Oh, got a couple volunteers, Mr. Solis, a couple volunteers. Nobody mentioned anything about how much fun the history exams were, or that 7-page project we had to do at the end of the year. I didn't hear any of that. Right? Now we're talking. But I did hear a lot about Joshua Tree and night snorkeling in Catalina. Any of you guys been night snorkeling in Catalina? Yeah, that's because you guys were all right. Laura was there. We went night snorkeling in Catalina. It was scary. I can't believe you guys did that. They talk about the Yosemite trip. I didn't notice nobody brought up camping on Starving. You guys remember that? Sleep deprived, locked away in memory. I know Laura Kane is locked out of her bathroom. But what it has come down to at this school is it's the intangibles that really made OTA. But I was one of those originals. I would be in the coffee shop with my wife and be talking about this school and about phonics and we're doing real science and music and language and people were like, what is that school cost? Well, you gotta do their Kool-Aid. And now, at the end of our run, at our 120,000 mile 8 year, I talk about the experience that these kids have had going to Yosemite and night snorkeling. And it's unbelievable. Who gets to do that stuff? The private school kids don't get to do stuff like this. So it really is the experience. It's not the math problems. It's not the essays. It's the intangibles. It's the whole experience that you guys have had here today that really has been the education. And that kind of experience doesn't happen on its own. It happens with a great community of parents like us. But if nobody's making Kool-Aid, we're dead in the water. So the guiding light behind this whole thing is Miss Diana over there in the back with the little boy. I'm convinced that some of the best ideas on the planet are what I label cocktail napkin ideas. And this, I think, genuinely was one of those cocktail napkin ideas where these two sat down with Miss Diana and said, hey, let's go to school. And it seemed like a really good idea at the time. And now, 8 years, 120,000 miles later, they're ready to trade this thing in. No, I'm kidding. But you guys have ruined us, thank you, for our futures in education, because nothing's going to compare to the experience that we have here. And the reason that we have all had that experience is because there's a tone that gets set when we start talking about these intangibles. And there's a direction and a trajectory that gets set by the people that are at the helm or at the controls, or in this case, are the great children of this amazing place that today is OTA. So I don't think there are enough thanks in the room for the amount of time, energy, dollars, hours, blood, sweat, tears, scraped skin, broken fingernails, all of it to show these guys an appreciation. So we're going to start with a huge round of applause for these two players. The other best part about this couple is neither of them will take any of the credit, but they will both give 110% credit to the other, which indicates to me they're both really hard workers, and we are so thankful to have them. That being said, as we send our little fledglings off into their future, we were trying to think of some way to commemorate this. And I grew up on the water. Thanks, Dan, I appreciate it. I love sailing. We have a sailing program here at OTA for a while. And sailing to me is one of those intangibles. You're powered by the wind. You can feel it, but you can't see it. And it's one of those things that guides you through life. It's things that you can feel, but you can't see. So whether you're flying or sailing or just passing through life, the wind is something that we can all associate with. So we thought it would be apropos for the class of 2018 to get together and bid some Latinos a nice wind chime to hang in the yard, something to remember as their flock goes flying through time. And we engraved it. I'm the one that came up with that. Just so I don't mess it up. Engraved on the sail, it says, I think it says, with love and appreciation for your years of devotion to Old Town Academy, the class of 2018.
We've come to the end of our graduation. A personal thank you to everyone who made these 2.5 years so special for my family. I hope to hear from many of you in the near future. Ninth graders, we love you. Let's give our now ninth graders a final round of applause. We hope you all enjoy a beautiful evening with laughs and endless memories. Thank you for attending our 8th grade promotional ceremony. God bless and have a great evening.